Hello, my name is Rovel Gaither and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today on my channel, I'm going to be showing you guys the process of me making these really cool hobo bags, and I love the way they came out. Super dope. I love them, unique, fun. I love the vibe of these pieces. It's like kind of sexy, kind of raw, rugged. Like I don't even know how to explain it. It's just like all of those things in one. So these are the bags that I make in this video. Like bruh, I don't even know what I be doing. Every time I show a new product, I always make this weird noise. But I mean, these bags are so crazy. Like, I love the lace-up detailing on the front. It's just, it's fun. It's also kind of like, I don't know. I don't even know how to describe it. It's giving. So this is a blue denim bag, super dope. It has this really cool lace-up detailing on the front. And I also did a really cool paneling detail on the lace-up feature, just because I was kind of trying to resemble a corset almost on this. So that's really why I did this paneling piece, to kind of, because you know on corsets it has like the boning and all that stuff, so I kind of tried to emulate that through this. And it's really dope. Yellow contrasting piping. As y'all know, I've been using piping a lot recently because I finally got over my fear of using it, so I've been throwing it in every bag, and I love the yellow piping on here. It's so dope. And I also, for the first time with these ones, did a recessed zipper. So a recessed zipper is like a zipper that's kind of inside the bag. It closes off the top, and it really wasn't that bad. It's my first time doing one. I can't say anything bad about it. It wasn't too bad at all. Recently I've been doing a lot of firsts, and my last 3 projects have been a lot of firsts for me. Getting over a lot of fears. I've been pushing myself to try new things and just step out of my comfort zone. So really excited, and I'm loving how it's just pushing and elevating my skill, and like I'm just really loving the work that I'm putting out. Like I have a deep admiration for the things that I'm making currently. So these are the bags that I make in this video. I do 2 of them, so if you do want to stick around and watch, please do. Make sure you give this video a big thumbs up, leave a comment down below, let me know what you think. I don't know what I'm gonna call these pieces yet, but whatever it is, it's gonna fit the vibe perfectly. So if you do want to watch, please do, and let's get into the video. All right, so it is the first day of October. It is currently 3:28 p.m. and I'm still in pre-production. I am about to start putting together the front little, I don't even know what I want to call them. They're like the front little corset detailing pieces, I guess you would call them. And I'm doing a really cool stitching. It's not even a really cool stitching, it's just I'm paneling the pieces together to give it a really cool look, almost like a corset look, because when I was designing these bags, I wanted it to have like that. I really wanted to do something that was like, these bags almost give me something like a little sexy, but also with the denim, it has like that really rigid type. It's like a sexy, rigid, raw, fun tomboy. I don't even know what to call it. It's just all of those things combined. It's tomboy, it's sexy, it's rigid, it's raw, it's denim. It's all of those things. And I really wanted to get like a paneling look on the corset detail, because if you know, like a real corset, it has like the boning in it, and it has like, you know, like almost like the panel looking type thing. So I tried to emulate that same look on the thing. So I'm gonna go ahead and panel these pieces together. I'm still in pre-production. I cut out all of my other pieces. Everything is already interfaced and cut out and everything. I have all my bobbins loaded up. I just have to put this together and then interface this, which I did not interface it yet because I wanted to get me sewing it together. So I'm gonna go ahead and start sewing that up, and then I'll check back in and after it's interfaced and everything, and then show you what I'm working with. So let's do that. Alright, so I went ahead and finished putting together the exterior little corset detailing pieces, and they look really good. I love the top stitching and the paneling. I know this is going to be one of my favorite parts. I just love, if you know it's a simple detail, I love it. It's going to stand out and make it pop a lot more. So these are done. So now what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to go and put the eyelets on that are going to be used for the lace-up effect. And I'm putting 4 eyelets on each side, so a total of 8 per bag. And I did a test piece. This is essentially what it's gonna look like. Of course, this is my test fabric and everything, but I mean, you see, this looks so freaking dope. Like, it's gonna be so dope. So I'm gonna go ahead and put those eyelets in. I'm using antique brass hardware on these bags. I think it's gonna look really nice, and just like that nice, just, I love it. It's gonna look really good. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that, and that's what you're gonna see. So let's get into it. All right, so I finished putting together the lace detail on the fronts of the bags, and they look so freaking dope. I hope it's not too dark. Hold on, let me try to adjust this. Make sure this is not too dark. But I mean, it looks so dope. I love it. It came out really good. I also added some little tack down stitches on the actual lace pieces so that it doesn't come undone, because I feel like that would be really annoying. So I kind of did little tacking stitches all the way down just to keep them in place so these don't move and come out and, you know, become loose and all that. So these are both of them, super dope. So now what I'm gonna go ahead and do is I'm gonna start sewing up the piping. And for the piping, I'm gonna use this really cool mineral yellow canvas to go around the edges. I think it'll pop really nicely. And this is my third time doing piping since I've gotten over my fear. And honestly, I'm really loving piping. Like, I think it's just a really dope feature to add on your bags. It helps with your seams and the sturdiness, and it's just a really nice look. And I'm using this yellow. I think it'll be a nice pop. I hope it's not too much and it doesn't make it look tacky. It's gonna be this yellow around the edges that'll make the yellow stitches pop on here as well. So I'm gonna go ahead and start sewing up the piping and then attaching that on here. And yeah, I'm loving how these are looking so far. So let's start doing the piping. All right, so I went ahead and added the piping around the exteriors, and it actually looks really good. These colors look so good together. I was afraid that, you know, the yellow would make it look tacky and too playful, but it looks really dope. And I know once everything is together, it's gonna look so good. So I have it on the front and the back. The back of these bags are gonna be plain. I'm not doing any detail or design because I just didn't know what to put on the back because I didn't want to do a lace-up detailing. I was low-key thinking of paneling the back together, but I was like, no, I don't feel like doing that. So I just left the back plain. So what I'm about to go ahead and do is I'm going to actually start doing the strap connectors, and I'm going to start sewing those up, and I'm going to rivet those to the actual bottom gusset of the bag. And then sew the gussets on, and then the exterior would pretty much be done at that point, and then it's just going to be the lining. So I'm using, again, antique brass hardware. So the rectangle rings are going to be the antique brass, and I'm going to start doing that. So that's what you're going to see. All right, so it's the next day. I went ahead and sewed on the gussets to the front and back exterior. It's looking really good. You probably can't see because it's kind of dark in there. But last night I freaking ended up having to fix a mistake that I made that cost me 2 hours in production. So during my stages of cutting out all the pieces, I thought that I mismeasured my pattern piece for the gusset, so I added an extra inch on it. Turned out I never mismeasured it. It was correct the whole time. So these were too long to go on there, so I had to cut off the hardware, cut out new gusset pieces, interface that, do new strap connectors, rivet those on, do all that, and then sew it back up. And that took me like an extra 2 hours. So I was kind of annoyed by that, but I got the gussets on. They look really dope. So now what I'm gonna go ahead and do is start putting together the lining. So this is the color that I'm going with for the lining. It is a canvas. So I never use canvas. I mean, I use canvas for my insides, but it's normally always a waterproof canvas. This is just a regular duck canvas. I've never used duck canvas for the inside of a bag, so I'm kind of curious and I want to try it out. And this is the same exact canvas that I use on the exterior for the piping. So it's this mineral yellow, and I'm using like this really dope yellow zipper tape with the antique brass coil for the zipper pocket and all that good stuff. So now what I'm gonna go ahead and do is I'm going to start on the linings, put my name tags, zipper pockets, all that stuff, and I'm doing recessed zippers on these bags. So kind of interested to see how that's gonna turn out. I don't know, child, but I'm gonna go ahead and start all that stuff, so that's what you're gonna see. Alright, so I finished sewing together the linings and putting the recessed zippers in and all that good stuff, and I went ahead and attached the lining to the exterior. I'm not attached it, but I just kind of like, you know, stapled it on. So I'm going to go ahead and sew around the edges with the 1/4 inch seam allowance, and putting the recessed zipper in on these wasn't too bad, honestly. It was a little tricky due to it being a curved shape, so I kind of had to curve the zipper because I didn't want the zipper to go straight across when it has a curved look to it. I just thought that would look really weird, so I did it curved, and that was quite tricky. It wasn't too bad though. So for my first time, I think it's going to turn out really dope. So I'm going to go ahead and sew these up and then turn them right side out, top stitch, do all that stuff, and then yeah, I'll check back in later. Alright, so I sewed up the bags. They're literally done. At this point, I even went ahead and closed up the linings and all that, and they look really freaking dope. Like, I mean, I'm loving these bags. They look so dope, and I love the way that I interfaced them too. It's very interesting. And the recessed zipper actually came out really good. As you can see right there, this is the recessed zipper, and you can kind of see where I had to curve it to fit the shape of the bag. And I love the recessed zipper. Like, this is my first time doing it. It came out really dope. So now that the exterior is pretty much done, what I'm gonna go ahead and do is, this is the last step, is sew up the straps. So I have 2 of these, and I'm gonna sew them up, rivet them on. I was debating if I wanted to do an eyelet detailing on the strap, just to kind of match the eyelet detailing on the front. I might still do it, I don't know yet. I'll kind of see what I'm feeling when I, like, you know, look at everything all together. So I'm gonna go ahead, sew up the straps, get that done, and then that's what you're gonna see. Alright, so it is a few days later. Both of the bags are done and complete. They look so good. I really just wanted to say this really quick, that I'm so proud of myself for just the things that I've been making lately, and just pushing myself to go outside of, you know, what I'm naturally comfortable with. Because if you design and you make things, you find the things that you know how to do really well, and you like to stick to that because you know what the outcome is going to be. So lately I've been pushing myself to try things where I don't know what the outcome will be. I'm doing things that I normally steer away from because I'm scared how it's going to turn out, and I feel like I've been hitting the nail on the head every time, and it just looks so dope, and it makes me more excited because it's like, wow, what else am I not doing that I'm scared to do that can make my designs go to the next level? So this is the finished product. Like, Okay, you know what's so funny too? Because I feel my intro and outro literally minutes apart from each other. So it's always so funny to me because I just showed the bag in my intro and now I'm showing it again with like the same excitement. So it always just makes me laugh. But like, I mean, come on, get into the material. Like, and one thing about it, I literally was just about to tweet this. When I go into designing things, I try to keep in mind that I want whoever that's going to own that piece to feel like they're the flyest out when they put my stuff on. Like when you put my stuff on, you instantly just feel like, you just like, no one can touch you. You're untouchable, you're untouchable. Like literally no one can, too hot to handle. And that's what I want people to feel when they wear my, oops, sorry. That's what I want people to feel when they put my things on, because I know when I put my stuff on, that's how I feel. Like I feel like, do you know who you're talking to? Like, this is a Romel bag, like, like that. So, I mean, it's really dope. So, let me talk about all the features. So, we have the really cool lace-up detailing that came out really nice. And then the antique brass eyelet hardware. I love the antique brass on here. And then we also have the really dope yellow piping that came out so good. I used the canvas for the piping. And then the recess zipper in here, which also came out really good, which was my first time doing one. The recess zipper, let me take the stuffing out. All right, so this is the interior. It looks really dope. I used canvas for the interior. I did not use a waterproof canvas. I normally use waterproof canvas, but for this one, I just used a regular 100% cotton canvas. And I don't hate it. I mean, I'm just so used to using waterproof canvas, so it is a little bit different for me, but I do like working with the canvas for interiors. And again, the only reason why I really used the regular canvas is because I didn't have yellow waterproof. I have to get more, and I really wanted to use yellow, and I had yellow canvas, so I just used that. So this is how the interior looks. It has a zipper pocket in there, and then the recess zipper, which I love the recess zipper, and I'm glad that, again, I got over my fear of doing recess zippers, because now I love making bags so much, bro. Okay, so I'm gonna try it on so you can kind of get an idea of what it looks like. So it is kind of big, honestly, but I like the size, and I do almost kind of wish that I made the bag not so stiff. I use Decaville Heavy. I was almost debating, like, should I just use Decaville Light, but I didn't want the bag to be too slouchy because I did want it to have shape. I do love the shape on this though. Honestly, I don't regret doing it this way, but I maybe would have wanted a little bit more slouch to it. But again, I really do like it. The quality feels amazing. The strap feels good. And I love the shape of the bag. Like, the shape is just so, like, I freaking love this. So of course you can wear it like this, or you can wear it like this. I tried not to make the strap too long so that if someone wanted to hold it like this, they also can, or you can hold it by the handle. So this bag is so freaking dope. I only made 2 of them. And I really haven't, when I make my bags now, I haven't been making like several of them just because my sales have been really slow lately. This is just me being honest at this point. My sales have been slow, and my engagement has been low as well. So I'm not stressing myself out making so many pieces for them to just sit. Like, I don't know if you can see behind me, but this is a table full of products that have not sold, which you can probably see, what most of these bags are. If you watch my YouTube videos, you've seen me make pretty much all of those. A lot of my stuff hasn't been selling. I mean, I get my sales every now and then, but it's been kind of slow. And I've been down a lot lately mentally, just because it's really hard, just doing this, constantly putting out and constantly digging and working and putting in work and not really seeing results. It is a really depressing thing, especially when I have a following, but it's just like it feels like you work hard for nothing because what you have isn't really working. So I'm kind of like that, but guess what? Things happen. I'm gonna still keep pushing, because guess what? You only, I say this to myself all the time, you only lose if you give up. That's the only way you can lose, is if you give up, and I'm not giving up, so I'm not losing. So again, these are the bags that I make. They are so dope. I'm gonna be selling these bags for $495 on my website. Dust bag and shipping is included in the cost. Is that a little thread? And I do also have payment plans on my site as well. So if you don't want to pay the full price, it breaks up the price into 4, so you can do 4 separate payments. I don't know what I want to call them yet though. I have to figure out a name. When I go to name my pieces, sometimes I'll name it after how I'm feeling in the moment or when I was creating this. And I almost wanted to do something that had to do with like insecurities and like just insecurities and just, you know, I don't know what the other word would be, but then I was like, no, because that doesn't match the vibe of what this bag is. This bag gives me like confidence, it gives me sexy, it gives me, you know, a raw, like just someone who doesn't care about opinions of others. It's so weird how I can look at a piece and pull out those type of like I can look at something and pull like that out. Like another person be like, this is just a bag. But me, I see someone who takes risk in what they wear, who doesn't care about the opinions of others, who's just very, you know, confident in themselves, not afraid to be sexy. Like that's what I get from this. And it does not look like insecurities or anything. So I have to come up with a name that matches the vibes of this bag. So I'm excited to see what I come up with. I'm gonna sit on it. I'm dropping these bags in 2 days, so I really need to figure something out. But yeah, this is it. It's so dope. If you did like this video, again, make sure you give it a big thumbs up. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think. And I would rate this project, it really wasn't too difficult. I honestly would rate this project difficulty about a 5.5, 6 out of 10. So it really wasn't too difficult. I actually finished these bags in like a day and a half, 2 days. So nothing too crazy. But make sure you subscribe and hit that bell notification so you can be updated when I do upload new videos. And make sure you like, I think I said that already. And I think I already said leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think. But if I didn't, please do that. And yeah, I'm gonna go and I'll see you guys in my next video. Deuces.